Throughout history, one concept has loomed large over monarchies: the divine right of kings. This extraordinary belief claims that a ruler's authority isn't derived from human power or political systems, but from a much higher source: God Himself. At first glance, it might seem like a relic of a distant past, but its origins are rooted in sacred texts and profound theological thought. The divine right doctrine asserted that kings were not merely leaders chosen by the people, but divinely appointed custodians of their nations, accountable only to heaven. In its purest form, this belief elevated monarchs beyond the reach of earthly institutions like parliaments or councils. It was formalized by thinkers such as Bishop Jacques-Bénigne Bossuet, who proclaimed, "The royal throne is not that of a man, but the throne of God Himself." But how did this idea emerge, and why did it hold such sway over the minds of people for centuries? The seeds of the divine right can be traced back to biblical times. Saul, Israel's first king, was anointed by the prophet Samuel with these words, "The Lord has anointed you to be prince over His heritage." This sacred act signified that Saul's authority was divine and inviolable. Even when Saul faltered, David refrained from harming him, saying, "May the Lord not let me harm His chosen one." The New Testament also hints at this divine endorsement of authority. When questioned by Pontius Pilate, Jesus responded, "You would have no authority over me unless it had been given to you from above." This theme resonated through the writings of early theologians, like Augustine of Hippo. In his seminal work, City of God, Augustine argued that rulers derive their power from divine wisdom, but added a vital caveat: rulers must govern justly and in service to their people. This blend of divine authority and moral responsibility shaped medieval kingship. Charlemagne, for instance, viewed his reign as a sacred duty, charged with the spiritual and material well-being of his subjects. He saw himself as a servant leader, echoing the words of Christ. Similarly, Alfred the Great believed his authority was part of a divine hierarchy. He likened his relationship with his people to that of Christ and His followers, a bond of loyalty and sacrifice. Yet as history progressed, the divine right evolved. The Reformation, for instance, disrupted the delicate balance between monarchs and the Church. In Protestant England, King Henry VIII broke from Rome, asserting absolute authority not just as a monarch, but as the supreme head of the Church. By the time of James I of England, the doctrine had reached its zenith. In a 1610 address to Parliament, he declared, "Kings are not only God's lieutenants on earth, but even called gods themselves." But the world was changing. Ideas of democracy and individual rights gained traction. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 marked a turning point, as the English-speaking world largely rejected the idea of absolute monarchy. Today, the divine right of kings is a historical curiosity, a window into a time when earthly power was believed to be intertwined with divine will. It invites us to reflect: can leadership still be seen as divinely inspired? And if so, how should such leaders wield their power? As we explore these ancient beliefs, we're reminded of the enduring questions about authority, justice, and the role of spirituality in governance. Thank you for watching. If this journey through history intrigued you, please like, comment, and subscribe for more explorations of fascinating ideas. Follow us on X for daily insights and consider joining our channel to support our work. Until next time, stay curious and inspired.